with an eyewitness who says this was a robbery gone wrong.
DC police say this shooting happened at 2:30 this afternoon and that a 14-year-old is dead following the shooting. Fox 5 got a chance to speak exclusively with an eyewitness.
14-year-old got shot over Southwest
Here's what
DC.
that witness says happened. There were
14 years old, dog.
robbing
14 years old, bro.
outside the 24
Literally
hour.
14 years old,
that
bro.
robbery happened and that some of the people
For real,
getting
like this
robbed
shit is so
tried
sad.
to run away. We are told from this eyewitness that that
So
14-year-old
sad, bro.
was one of the people. Essentially, we're told
Hold
he
your
ran
little ones, man.
across
Hold
South
your little
Capitol
ones.
here
Listen
into this
what I'm saying.
AutoZone
Hold your
parking
little
lot.
ones, y'all.
Once he was
14
about
years
here,
old, man.
this eyewitness says
These
that
youngers
the
hopping
people
out the
who
car
committed the
with
original
guns,
robbery
bro.
spotted
Real
the
guns,
14-year-old
man.
here behind me, eventually tried
Sad.
robbing him again, and this eyewitness says that two people fired shots upon this 14-year-old boy, killing him. Fox 5 again speaking exclusively with a man named Eric Henry, who said it is sad to see something like this happen in the middle of the day here in this neighborhood.
I've been living in this community over 30 years. It has its ups, it has its downs. Right now, it's going up. It's getting better. The police are doing a good job. It could do a little bit better, but what I want from this community and from the young people to take care of yourself, respect each other, don't rob, don't steal, go to work, take care of your family,
They ain't,
and respect
bro.
your life.
They
Take
ain't.
care of yourself. Love
They
God
don't
and take care
care,
of each
bro.
other.
At this time, DC
If you see
police
your
have
family
not
crashing
released
out,
any
stop them from
suspect or
crashing out, bro.
suspect
This is shit that will be
descriptions.
happening.
Fox 5 will
14 years
stay
old,
ahead of this
man.
shooting.
Y'all know
Anyone
better,
who might
man.
have any
Y'all know
information,
better, man.
it was
14 years old,
near
man.
the
Y'all know
4000
better.
block of South Capitol Street Southeast around 2:30 this afternoon. Encouraged to give police a call.
Like y'all really know better. Like 14 years old, bro. When I was 14 years old, bro, I was in the street. Yes, I was. I was in the street at 14 years old, right? But we wasn't playing with guns. How them youngers playing with guns right now?
Fox 5's Angie Goff.
Them youngers playing with real guns right now, bro. When I mean them boys playing with real guns right now, man. Them boys is playing with real guns right now, bro. It is not a game, bro. They is, man. This another shooting. This another shooting out Alexandria, Virginia. They even shooting out here now, bro. It's not safe nowhere that you go. It's not safe nowhere that you go. I don't care where you go. It's not safe. It's not safe, bro. It don't listen. It don't matter where you move at. It don't matter the people you be around. It's not safe. Wherever you go, it's not safe, bro. Don't think it's safe, bro. It ain't sweet. For real, it ain't sweet, bro. Listen to this.
Lone deceased victim. His GoFundMe page is still up and running.
Look
Folks
at
are
this.
still donating. New
Look.
details coming from the folks here at the
3
Alexandria
teens
Police
arrested
Department
in a
calling this
connection
crime
of
planned,
a
deliberate, and
deadly
violent. 3
2024 triple
juveniles are
shooting
charged in
in
this case. They are
Alexandria,
currently in
police say.
custody at various
Listen to this.
locations across the DMV. We are also told that they used stolen guns in this crime, and we're told that it was ballistics that connected them to this murder. So a lot of new details and information coming from the police chief and his team here at Alexandria Police Department. Police Chief Tarek McGuire, you see there, saying that the 3 teenage suspects are charged with murder by mob, malicious wounding by mob, and possession of a firearm while committing a felony. The triple shooting took place on Wythe Street in Alexandria back in September. Investigators believe the victims, including the deceased victim, Quika Frazier, were targeted. Since September 19th, when this happened, investigators have been working to piece together exactly what happened, including executing several search warrants. The triple shooting took place near the Braddock Metro Station.
Based on the investigation, it was a
3
purposeful act
teens
of gun
arrested in the
violence
connection of a
that
triple
occurred.
shooting in 2004.
This shooting left one Alexandria man deceased It also left others that were injured. The lives and the families of this shooting and the victims will have been changed
When
forever.
you see your family crashing out, try to stop them.
We reached out to Frazier's mother, Nicole, about the recent arrest in the case. We are awaiting her response. We are told that the three teenage suspects that were arrested and charged in this case were already in custody on unrelated cases. We also are told that they are being held regionally without bond.
That's crazy. That's great. Listen. Don't you get in an argument with these youngins. Don't you go back and forth.
The world needs entrepreneurial leaders, and you can become one at Babson College. Gain the skills to lead, motivate, and inspire through a specialized master's or MBA program with full-time, part-time, and online options. Turn ideas into action with a graduate.
It's
Good
not
evening, everyone. Again, my name is Tariq McGuire, Tarrick, McGuire, MC capital G-U-I-R-E, and I am the police chief of the Alexandria, Virginia Police Department. Today is an important day, not only for our officers, investigators, but for our community.
So they caught
This case is very important to me because I understand that gun violence touches home. Because when I became police chief here, this is one of the first communities that I went to. I saw the memorial in this community. I also saw what gun violence had did to the citizens in this community. But I also saw promise that the community felt that our officers and our detectives will bring closure by solving this case. And so today is important to talk about what we've done, where we're at, and where we are going. Today, I want to provide an update on the Wythe Street homicide. In doing so, it is important to bring closure to the victims and closure to our community. On September the 19th, in the 1300 block of Wythe Street, Alexandria police officers responded to a shooting that ended up being a homicide. Based on the investigation, it was a purposeful act of gun violence that occurred.
youngins.
This shooting left one Alexandria man deceased. It also left others that were injured. The lives and the families of this shooting and the victims will have been changed forever. An incident like this has a far-reaching effect, leaving neighbors and residents in our community torn and traumatized by needless acts of gun violence.
Damn.
It is with the excellent police work of our officers, our detectives, and the entire community that it also includes our forensic investigators to have brought closure as it relates to this case at this point. They have used every available resource that has been available to them to get this case solved. In support of this conversation to inform our community about the actions and the steps that our department has taken, Assistant Chief Raul Pedroso is here.
If you see
to
your
explain the details of the criminal investigation.
Stop them, y'all.
And also, members of our ATF are here
serious, man.
to talk about how ballistic evidence.
If you know your family about to
police
crash out,
departments
guess
in
what?
solving
You
these
helping
types of
your
cases.
family crash
At
out.
this point, I will pass it
Stop them
to
from
our
crashing
Assistant
out,
Chief
bruh.
of Investigations,
For
Raul
real.
Pedroso.
Good afternoon. The Criminal Investigations Division of the Alexandria Police Department responded to assist in the investigation of the
Man, they
shooting
gonna burn them
homicide
youngins.
that
Hey,
Chief McGuire
no.
spoke of.
Them youngins that went
The incident that occurred at 8:14 p.m. on September 19,
and the robber went
2024, in the
bad.
1300 block of Wythe Street resulted in 3 individuals being shot and 1 succumbing to those injuries and being killed. That was a 25-year-old man.
25 years.
One of the other victims, a 46-year-old man who was just standing outside of his apartment on the phone at the time he was shot.
Oh, he ain't
and a
nothing to do with
15-year-old
it.
boy who was grazed. Fortunately, those 2 victims survived. This crime was planned, it was deliberate, and it was violent.
They planned it?
Recovered at the scene were several casings, multiple firearms that had been stolen. As a result of the investigation, which included canvases, the use of technology, crime analysis, the execution of multiple search warrants, we've been able to take 3 people into custody. These 3 individuals, who are all juveniles, or they were juveniles at the time of the crime, have been charged with multiple violations of code, including murder by mob, which is the shooting with intent to kill or maim.
So, Joe, was they gang
by a mob,
members?
malicious wounding by mob, and also possession of a firearm by convicted. In the commission of a felony.
What do that mean by mob?
These individuals that are in custody are being held at various jails locally in the region. This investigation was a result of working very closely with our partners. And one of those partners included the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, the ATF. They assisted us in connecting the dots, providing lead that we were able to use to bring all this evidence together.
Make sure y'all
today,
subscribe to
talk
that
about that
channel.
Is Assistant Special Agent in charge of the ATF,
will be on
Mr. Sam
YouTube
Ward,
tonight.
who I introduce.
Good afternoon. My name is Samuel Ward, W-A-R-D. I am currently the Assistant Special Agent in charge of the ATF Washington Field Division. My responsibilities cover the DC Metro groups and the Northern Virginia Criminal Enforcement groups. First of all, I'd like to commend our partners for their excellent work on this investigation and send my condolences to the families of the victims. It's very unfortunate that anyone has to succumb to the dangers of violent gun crime in our community. At ATF, we are dedicated to working side by side our local federal and state partners to combat violent crime, specifically violent gun crime.
This is so sad.
And one of the most effective and useful tools that we have in order to accomplish that is the use of our National Integrated Ballistics Information Network, otherwise known as NIBIN. The NIBIN system, it basically allows investigators to connect.
If y'all boys out here shooting them guns, man, make sure who y'all know who y'all shooting. Don't just go out shooting. A man outside on his front porch of his house,
this by comparing
and he get glazed by the bullet, bro. What's wrong with y'all?
Scenes of shootings, and we
Y'all
compare
so
those
crazy.
to cartridge casings from test-fired firearms that were recovered from violent individuals in the community. This system allows us to compare and contrast those scene casings to the test fires of the recovered firearms to identify potential suspects.
3 teams arrested in the connection.
Sometimes
the Delhi
that could include multiple individuals who are involved in these shootings, depending on the amount of scene casings and firearms used in each of these crimes. This process, if done quickly and comprehensively, those 2 points are very important, can generate timely and valuable investigative leads for investigators. This allows investigations from across multiple jurisdictions to include state lines to work collaboratively and utilize not only intel but evidence from multiple investigations to not only solve the individual crimes.
Make sure y'all go subscribe to that YouTube channel.
Collectively,
like I keep saying,
solve multiple
if you see your family member about to crash out,
by working together and sharing this information.
Oh God. Damn, I know somebody knows these kids, man, who be going on these missions, man.
Basically,
stop them, man. Please, man. You see what's happening?
Spilled from a firearm that's discharged.
They babies, man.
The scene casings have unique characteristics, almost as unique as a firearm, as a fingerprint from a human person. The head stamp, firing pin impression, and extractor marks leave unique characteristics that we can compare high resolution 3D images together in order to establish connection between these cases. The initial process starts by collecting scene casings.
Technology is coming up. Y'all watch what y'all doing,
which is
man.
quite simply a large camera that takes high resolution 3D.
The man just said
stores those into a
they got
server.
technology to see everything step by step.
Actually compare and contrast those images
when you fire that
and
gun.
give you a list of possible matches. From that point, we move into step 2 of the process, which is called our correlation analysis, where individuals who are trained, NIBIN technicians, to compare those images on a side-by-side basis to establish if there's a connection between those individuals' scene casings and characteristics.
Make sure y'all go subscribe to that
Once this is
YouTube channel.
done, a lead is generated.
We are now
That
watching
lead is
3
distributed
teams
to
arrested
everyone
in the
involved
connection
the
of a deadly
process. So every detective who's
2024
assigned a case that's
triple
connected
shooting
to
in
NIBIN
Alexandria.
will receive that NIBIN lead. What are some of the impacts of this? Well, the timely comprehensive collection of these scene casings, in addition to timely processes, are instrumental in providing an investigative lead to a detective. Over the years, ATF has refined this process to utilize NIBIN and ballistic evidence as an investigative tool rather than a forensic tool. In the past, it's often been used on the back end of investigation to confirm if a firearm was connected to a homicide or an event. We have since kind of refined that process in order to produce valuable intelligence leads to detectives on the front end prior to a lot of work being done on those cases. From that point, we're able to use that investigative lead combined with good old-fashioned police work, detectives rolling up their sleeves, conducting interviews, pulling video surveillance, taking many of the steps that our Alexandria PD identified earlier to solve crime. Basically, at the end of the day, ATF, we support our partners in this mission. We work side by side, our agents in the field, rolling up their sleeves, tackling violent crime head on with our partners. A couple of other things that we offer as part of this, obviously not only are our agents working side by side, but we do utilize the NIBIN National Correlation and Training Center, Huntsville, Alabama, and the ATF Center of Excellence, which is also 2 national facilities that conduct correlations for our partners around the country. The point of this is to expedite as many of the correlations as possible for our partners around the country. It also allows us to have a national level picture view of NIBIN correlations across the country. We are committed to working with our partners, specifically the Alexandria Police Department, to prioritize public safety and meeting violent crime head on. We're looking forward to continued partnership and improving the NIBIN processes in this area. Thank you.
So I just want to close with these final comments. There is no place for gun violence in our community. What's most concerning about this incident, that today I have to stand before our community and say that we are charging 3 juveniles with murder. It's not a proud moment. And the other thing I will say is that, over the last 2 years, our officers have taken approximately 196 guns off the street here in Alexandria. So I'm asking everyone in this community to ensure that they are taking the steps towards securing their firearms. That we're not leaving guns inside of vehicles.
3 teams
that we're ensuring that we're storing them properly inside our homes in a safe, to not making them accessible. Because when we do not do our due diligence in ensuring that we are not safely storing our firearms, they ultimately can end up in the wrong hands of people.
Yes, they can.
So I'm open to any questions that any of you may have.
Yes, they can.
When were the suspects arrested?
So these young men have been in custody previously as it relates to other charges in surrounding areas. And due to that, we were able to, again later link them to these offenses that occurred here in Alexandria.
When were they identified as the suspects in this case?
It's probably been an ongoing process.
I'm sorry. I'm wondering, was there one gun that was used in this incident? Were there multiple firearms that were used, multiple casings, multiple guns?
So there were multiple firearms.
Hi there, Tisha from Box 5. A couple of questions. What are the ages of the defendants, and also what do you know about possible motive?
The ages range from 16 to 17 years of age.
Damn.
And the motive is still kind of evolving.
But
we do know, again, that it was a purposeful action. We have evidence to support that they intended to engage in the behavior that they did.
They babies catching grown men charges, Mo.
That I cannot directly say. I still want you all to know that this is still ongoing, right? There has to be prosecution that is ongoing, but based off of them being purposeful in their actions, I do believe that they were seeking to target that particular location with that particular audience. So we were just able to recently identify them. And what I mean by that is you heard the ATF talk about ballistic evidence. And I want to emphasize the importance of NIBIN, right? And I know it's a lot to kind of compound, but when we respond to a scene, right, and you have multiple firearms, first of all, our crime scene technicians, they have to collect those shell casings. They have to look at what kind of shell casings are applicable to enter into NIBIN. And what NIBIN does is it matches, like
if
you
you
said,
see your family member out there about to crash out,
if a firearm was used in a
because all this right here,
previous case that was
you got
unsolved
3
in another
teams.
county,
Listen,
right,
they
or another
all
area, another
babies
jurisdiction,
got
we're
murder
able to
charges,
say that this
bro.
gun is linked back to
Y'all know
multiple
Alexander
cases as it
Virginia
relates to
is
this.
not going to play with them boys, man. They gonna burn them boys up, man. Listen to what I'm saying, man. One thing I know about Virginia is this. I've been living in DMV all my life.
We do know that they were
I know about
stolen
Virginia,
firearms.
you don't play with that.
And we do know that there's a
My
possibility
man
that
Blue
they could have been used in
did
other
a
cases.
crime in
What
Virginia,
I will
came
say
back to the
is that
city,
there are
bro. They
other
came to the
ongoing
city and beat
investigations.
that man up.
These people are
His
in
brother
custody,
snitched on
and I
him,
want to ensure that
and
we
they gave
are
that man
respectful
19
of the
years, bro.
kind of processes to
Come on,
get to
man.
reach a full
Stay
conviction.
out of Virginia. But see, them youngers probably grew up out Virginia, though.
Suspects run up to the victims. Were they in a car? How did it go down?
So they approached them, right?
On foot.
Yes, on foot, and they opened fire on them.
They walked up on them on foot and killed them boys, man. What the fuck?
Were they developed as suspects because of some other crime that was traced ballistically to this?
Crazy, right?
To them? Is that what happened?
Yes, that's how NIBIN works. Again, it's kind of like a fingerprint. So of course you have to collect those shell casings, right? You enter it into the system. And so I'll just give this example. Let's say, for instance, if there's a crime that's been committed a year from now, right, that you may not have been able to solve, but a weapon has been recovered. And so when you recover weapons, you have to go test fire them, right? And then when you test fire them, then you put it into the system and it matches that way.
Is that what happened here? So something else happened with one of these weapons that was used?
Yes.
From September to now, in the net system, that was entered into the system, and then that's how these guys were run.
Yes.
Make sure y'all go subscribe to that YouTube channel. Like I told y'all, I go on live stream every day at 8 o'clock. I need y'all to tap in. We'll be on live with Screen Y'all. Tap
yes,
in.
They have already been in custody.
Tap in.
Yeah, so that will be left up to the Commonwealth Attorney here in Virginia. Our job is to present the facts of the case to the Commonwealth Attorney, and then they will make those decisions in reference
burn them,
with applicable charges.
One thing, listen, YouTube family.
Yes.
One thing I know about 703, bro,
no,
is this.
Again, they have
one thing about
these
703, bro.
right, are applicable to
they
other
not with
areas.
that
Again,
you coming down here
ongoing
messing up their county, bro. 703 will burn you. It's not a game. They will take you up out of here. Like I said, my man did a crime.
Yes, sir.
And came back to the city. You get what I'm saying? He did a crime, came back to the city. His brother got caught driving a people's car.
So
snitched on his brother, told his brother
again, if we
that
could have showed their photos,
his other brothers in DC. Virginia came to DC and picked his brother up, bro.
Being minors at that particular time.
Carried him back to Virginia, bro, and gave that man
ranges,
19 years, bro. My man told me this story when I was locked up with him over DC jail. Don't you play with 703. If you ride through 703, you better be right. 703 will burn you. It's not a game, you know. My
Yeah.
man caught
So
one
I don't have
charge
all the
in
details
Virginia.
on those cases
They
because
gave
again,
my
they're still
man
ongoing
19
cases.
years to the
The
door.
major thing
No
for me
parole, no
is to bring
probation,
justice, right?
straight to the door.
Justice to those that are
Don't
in the
play with
community, justice to those
703,
that
bro.
have
Listen
been
to what I'm
victimized by
saying.
these
This is real
offenses.
talk.
But I
Shit,
also want
don't
to
you play
respect the
with
prosecutorial
703.
process
703
from the
will
Commonwealth
light
Attorney.
your ass up. It's not a game. Thank y'all for tuning in to Yo Cuz podcast. I need y'all to go subscribe to the channel, tap into the
I'm
channel,
not going to go
and
into
come
that,
on
but I
this
will
live
tell you
stream
that
with me
there
because
are
y'all
other
know what it
violent
is.
actions that they're
Man,
being
listen, we
investigated
talking about the
while they
youngest,
were
man.
already incarcerated.
3 teams got arrested in the connection of the deadly shooting in 2024,
I'm
man.
not familiar with any outside of Virginia at this time. Yeah. All right, thank y'all for coming. Appreciate you.
It's not a game, y'all. It's not a game.
At Purdue University, our online master's degree in artificial intelligence stands at the forefront of innovation. Students experience cutting-edge AI techniques.
Stop them from crashing out, bro. For real, bro. Like, stop them from crashing out, man. We don't need no more youngers in jail. Like we definitely don't need no more youngers in jail. Let me see. Alexandra parent fight plan to close major black elementary school. What is? One man dead, one team raised. Is this it right here? Is this right here? Come on, let's tune into this jump right here, y'all. We're gonna tune into this jump. Right here. We're gonna tune in. We're gonna tune in right here. This another one happened, a triple shooting under investigation near Baldock Road Metro Station in Alexandria. Let's see what's
Fox
going on.
5's Marina Morocco in the zone weekdays.
We've got a lot of things
Let's
to get
see.
to right now.
In the know weeknights.
Man,
New
that's
tonight,
what
a
I'm
Fox
saying,
5
man.
exclusive.
Make
And
sure
in
y'all
her
go
element
subscribe
on Like
to
It
the
or Not.
YouTube
Fox
channel, man.
5's
We're on
Marina
live
Morocco
stream right
weeknights.
now.
Stay with us and stay
Right
ahead.
now, man.
And we are back now with breaking news at 10:27. A live look in Alexandria where 2 people have been shot. This is on Wythe Street, not too far from the Braddock Road Metro Station. One man was taken to the hospital with critical injuries. No word on the other man's condition. And at this hour, we're not sure if there is a suspect or not, but police again investigating this double shooting that happened on Wythe Street in Alexandria.
What happened? That's it? That's it? I know that ain't it. No, that ain't it. No, that ain't it, man. That ain't it. That ain't it. We got a parking wall. Fredericksburg plane. A plane crash in Fredericksburg? What the?
Fox 5's Angie Golf.
Time to see what everybody's talking about.
Social media maven.
This might shock you.
Expert in
What's
positive
going on,
vibes
bro?
and trusted veteran anchor. Angie Golf. Weeknights at 4, 6, and 10 p.m.
I'm
Stay
not
with
coming
us.
outside.
Fox 5. Stay ahead.
YouTube, I'm not coming outside, YouTube.
And off the
Breaking
top here at
news.
6, we continue to follow breaking news out of Fauquier County. A man in the hospital with serious injuries now after his plane crashed. Sky Fox live over the scene here in Fredericksburg.
Now we're told the pilot, who is a man in his
plane.
70s, was flying from Culpeper when he tried to make an emergency landing and hit several trees. He was the only person inside that plane. We're working to get more information on exactly what prompted the emergency landing. We'll update you as soon as we learn any more.
Listen, man, y'all see so much crazy shit that's happening. For real, like so much crazy shit that happened, man. It's so crazy, Joe.
Fox 5 at 5 a.m. More local
Man, I don't
morning
even know
news.
what to
On
say
air,
no more,
online,
y'all.
on Fox Local.
I
Steve
don't
Braddock.
even
We're so
like,
glad you decided to choose
like
us.
Uncle Trump doing whatever the fuck
Stay
he
with
wanna
us.
do.
Stay ahead. Fox 5 morning.
You
Weekdays
feel
at
me?
5 a.m.
I ain't lying.
Get out here. Open the door. This is fucking
What's this? What's that? What was that was going on? We need to find. We got ISIS arrested for being in Metro Atlanta. Spokesperson say. Let's see what. Man, ISIS doing whatever the fuck they want to do,
At
huh?
Purdue University, our online master's
Hell
degree
yeah,
in
man.
artificial
Listen,
intelligence
ISIS doing whatever
stands
they
at the
want to do.
forefront of innovation. Students experience
Mom
cutting-edge
said she
AI
won't
techniques
go
in
there
data
for
mining,
boyfriend now.
natural language
Oh,
processing, computer vision.
let's see that. What the mom don't want the daughter for? And Merlin mom say she warned daughter about boyfriend now accused in her murder. I don't trust him.
Fox 5's Marissa Mitchell giving you the news to know
We're staying on top of that breaking news.
and all the fun you
That's
need to
crazy.
get your morning going.
Accurate but heartwarming as well.
That's crazy, man.
Marissa
Watch
Mitchell,
your kids,
weekdays,
man.
6 to 11
But you
a.m.
can't tell
Stay
these
with
little
us.
girls
Fox
about
5,
nothing,
stay
man.
ahead.
Prince George's County now, a man
Let's
charged with
see.
murdering his girlfriend and trying to hide her body in a makeshift tomb.
What?
Let's get you out to Lily Zhang. She's live tonight from Prince George's County Court with the detail.
Hey, Jim, good evening to you. A lot going on with this one. We spoke with the victim's mother, who says she kind of had a feeling that something was off. This was after she says she got a call from the suspect not long after her daughter left with him.
But when she left out her house Friday out her back door, I never saw her again. That's when he called me and asked me, did I see her? And she got up and kissed him on the cheek and called her Uber. My daughter has her own car.
That was on January 10th when Tawana Schuler last saw her daughter, 29-year-old Alexis. She says she had a feeling something happened to her. Schuler was officially reported missing on the 14th. That is the same day officers performed a welfare check at the home of Devontae Gray.
The nigga look
Schuler
crazy.
shares one child with.
Suspect
According to
accused
court
of killing
documents, officers
and
noticed
had
a strange
girlfriend in
smell,
the
but thought it
tub,
was
bruh.
due to the, quote, dirty
Come on, bruh.
conditions of
Stop
the
the
home.
bullshit,
They returned
man.
5 days later with a search warrant and noticed a gun, new drywall, along with construction and cleaning supplies. Once removing the drywall, they found the makeshift tomb under the stairs and Alexis's body in a large plastic bin. According to police, the suspect admitted to shooting her at least 2 times. We also learned today that there were multiple domestic violence-related calls to the Capitol Heights home over the past 16 months. Prosecutors said he also had a history of filing protective orders against Schuler, but we are told that they were not granted due to a lack of basis.
Alexa's story is a painful reminder that this is not what love looks like. Someone who truly loves you would never do what Devontae Gray did to her. Please take domestic violence seriously. If you are going through this, look at my cousin's story and know that it is a call to wake up.
Now, speaking with Alexis's mother, she tells us that her daughter never indicated that she was ever in fear for her life, but she did tell us that she did suspect there was some sort of verbal abuse happening. Also, looking at new court documents, we found that there is a new filing related to domestic violence filed against this suspect. However, it's unclear exactly how or if it relates to this case. We also learned today that he did waive his right to a bond hearing. Guys.
So you mean tell me, right? You mean to tell me that this motherfucker killed the girl and hid her?
Fox 5 at 5 a.m. More
fucking
local
wall,
morning
bruh.
news. On air,
You feel
online,
me,
on
bruh?
Fox Local. Stephen Braddock.
We're so glad
It's
you
not
decided to
that.
choose
See, that's what I'm
Stay
saying
with us.
about
Stay
desperate
ahead.
people,
Fox 5
bruh.
morning. Weekdays at 5 a.m.
Listen,
Crowds
girls,
outside of the D.C. jail after
ladies,
President Trump followed through with a
you
promise,
can't
pardoning more
trust
than 1,600
everybody,
people charged or
man.
sent to prison for the
Don't
roles
trust
in the Capitol
everybody.
riots 4 years
Everybody
ago.
ain't
And some
cool,
today
man.
already
You
gaining that
listen?
freedom
I
from Judge
just
Bob
played
Barnett
it.
outside the
I just
jail
played
with
it
the
for
very
y'all,
latest.
bro.
Hey, Bob.
I just played it for
Hey there,
y'all,
Marina and
bro.
Jim.
What
Yeah,
is
we
this one
understand
about?
from the D.C. Department of Corrections that 3 of those inmates have already been released. Colorado Congresswoman Lauren Boebert, who's been inside, and you'll hear from her in a moment, says there are 22 more to go. And you take a look behind me, you have D.C. police here kind of in the street between the folks who are gathered here across the street and the jail. I want to show
Oh,
you
they're the
some
ones that
videotape
got
from earlier
released from
today.
D.C.
There are
jail.
members of
They're
the
the
Oath
ones that
Keepers
did the
here,
ride
Proud Boys here.
in 2004,
We're told that the
January 6th.
inmates inside who are be released one at a time. It's a really kind of a paperwork thing. That's the only delay, and they are federal inmates who need to be released to the custody of the U.S. Marshals Service before they can then be freed. And some of them, we're told, are going outside and back doors. But it's a little different. They're not being pardoned because they were not really convicted. These are inmates still awaiting charges, so it's awaiting trial. So it's a matter of having their charges dismissed. In the crowd here are family members, many Trump supporters here outside the jail today, and also a couple of people who've been released overnight. One from Pittsburgh, a J6 defendant from Pittsburgh, and Stuart Rhodes, who is the founder of Oath Keepers, released overnight from a prison in Cumberland, Maryland.
That's why he did it. Turn around.
I think it's a good day for
and y'all made him
all the wrongs are being undone.
The president.
So none of these.
I think he's sending them boys in there.
Were ever tried in a fair trial
to hurt
Look,
people.
This is justice. Justice has been
made him the
done. We had
president,
this opportunity. Donald
I don't
Trump
know what's
recognized
going
this. He
on.
wanted to correct
Hold up,
injustice.
man.
This was about lawlessness, what took place, not the actions of January 6th. It was what happened in the events after.
I had years of my life destroyed. I have no money left. Half of my friends and family don't even speak to me anymore. My brothers disown me. I mean, we went through hell in a handbasket.
Now, a number of those people who have been pardoned by the president were accused, convicted, and sentenced for beating members of the Capitol Police and D.C. Police 4 years ago. Some who are not happy about that include Democrat lawmaker Senator Chris Van Hollen of Maryland.
This is an absolutely outrageous act by President Trump. He is pardoning people who assaulted police officers, who bludgeoned police officers, who bloodied police officers.
Make sure y'all subscribe to
and
their
now
YouTube
he
channel.
is saying
This is
that's
what I'm
okay.
saying. These are
November
the same
5th
people
showed
that
that the American
y'all
people believe
voted
us,
for.
they believe you, they believe that this is unjust because they knew that President Trump was going to pardon them, and that's exactly what he did.
Representative Boebert and others calling the J6 inmates and convicts prisoners. There again, a live picture of the front of the jail. Some of the police who were on the street just went up there as extra protection. We're not sure if they're going to be released soon, but here are some of the people, dozens of people, waiting for these inmates, as many as 22 still, to be released from custody here in D.C. All across the country, hundreds and hundreds have been pardoned and released already. Guys?
Yeah. Uncle Trump let them people go. After they did that shit in the Capitol, Uncle Trump let them people go. Trump, listen, man, Trump don't give up. Listen, y'all can't do nothing to Trump.
Fox 5's Marina Morocco
What y'all
in
gonna
the
do
zone
to
weekdays.
We've got a lot of things to get to right
Y'all
now.
not
In
gonna
the
do
know
nothing to
weeknights.
Trump, and y'all know y'all not gonna do nothing.
And
to
in her
Trump.
element on
That's why
Like
he
It or
do
Not.
whatever the
Fox
fuck he
5's
wanna
Marina
do.
Morocco.
Because y'all
Weeknights.
not
Stay with
gonna
us
do nothing
and
to
stay
him.
ahead.
What is the DEI
The state of Virginia
and
is
what
trying
do the
to
employers
once
do?
again restrict how
Here why
police use
Trump
automated
placed the federal
license plate
staffs
reader.
on leave. Let's see. What is a DEI and what do the employees do? Here why Trump placed the federal staffs on leave. Let's see why Trump placed the federal staff on leave. Exclusive orders. Trump signed DEI exclusive orders. Let's see what Uncle Trump talking about. Let's see what Uncle Trump talking about.
Kia Turner with a Fox 5 News alert this morning. President Trump continuing to make good on several campaign promises with a series of executive orders. The latest is an end to the Biden era mandates for diversity, equity, and inclusion programs within the federal government. All federal DEI staff have been ordered to be placed on paid administrative leave by 5 o'clock tonight. And all government DEI-related web pages must be taken down. Trump's executive order also ends grants given to DEI federal contractors. Steve?
In his second full day in office, the president continuing his plans to exonerate hundreds of January 6th defendants. And this morning, we're learning that that may extend to amnesty to two D.C. police officers convicted in a man's death. Melanie's outside the D.C. jail this morning with more information for us. Mel?
Hey, guys, from what we know, there's still about a dozen or so J6ers here that have yet to be released, but they're not coming out to a big fanfare this morning. What we understand is sometimes they're taken by van, then released around the corner. But here's the thing. President Trump's pardons are not sitting well with police. The Fraternal Order of Police among those speaking out. Several more people convicted walked out of the D.C. jail last night to a crowd of supporters.
In the Capitol. They let him go.
It is the most amazing feeling. I can't describe it. When I took my first breath of fresh air, it was as if I felt like I was a kid again.
It feels amazing to be free, you know, being incarcerated and being criminalized by so many, you know, media sites.
Now, Greg Purdy and Jonathan Pollock there among those convicted of civil disorder and assaulting police officers during the riots at the U.S. Capitol. President Trump's executive order pardoned more than 1,600 people convicted or charged for their actions during the insurrection. Police unions across the country are criticizing the blanket pardons, saying it sends a dangerous message that the consequences for attacking law enforcement are not severe, potentially emboldening others to commit similar acts of violence. D.C.'s police union said in a statement, "Our stance is clear. Anyone who assaults a law enforcement officer should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law without exception," adding that the union is dismayed by the pardons to the J6 rioters. Now, the D.C. Police Union went on to say that if President Trump was truly interested in correcting wrongful convictions, then he ought to pardon the 2 D.C. police officers who were convicted of murder for the death of motorcyclist Karan Hilton Brown back in 2020. President Trump yesterday said that he intends to sign those papers. We'll have more on that coming up at 9.
The young lady.
Melanie, thank you. 809, the Trump administration is removing policies limiting the arrests of migrants at places like schools and churches. It comes as attorneys general from nearly 20 states, including Maryland and D.C., are suing to block him from ending birthright citizenship. The 14th Amendment of the Constitution says anyone born in the U.S. is an American citizen. Trump wants to clarify the language with an order, making it so that the federal government won't recognize birthright citizenship of children of undocumented migrants. That order will not take effect for at least 30 days, but already legal challenges.
He lied to her husband and said she was going to her family house on a trip the whole time she was going to the riot in D.C. and got killed, bro. And got killed. Do you know how hurt it would be, bro? I know, my wife was doing you know how hurt I was. Like, bro, I be so hurt, man. I'm like, bro, why would you lie to me? For real, like your girl at a ride fighting, and you at home with the baby, thinking it's sweet. DC Congress said bill to ban cell phones for DC public schools. You feel what I'm saying? Like you don't even know, Joe. Your wife at a whole ride, bruh. Your wife at a whole ride right now, bruh. Shit is so crazy, bruh. So look, I'm gonna hop on sports real fast with y'all. So my Washington Commanders lost. We lost to Philly. You feel what I'm saying? We lost to Philly. Philly won. Shout out to Philly. So basically, I'm going to give y'all the full press conference on the Commander head coach, man. I'm going to give y'all the full press conference.
My heart speeds up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
My legs
We was
go.
looking so good. It was crazy.
Some things are deliciously satisfying, like the organic
bro. It was crazy, bro.
All right. Thanks, Sean. It's awesome, man. It's so Competition Wednesday is here for us. It really kickstarts us everything into gear, and we're getting stronger as we go. From the ball and our turnover margin, our tackling margin, and we're working hard at that to make sure that continues. These runs are built on fundamentals, execution, and finishing, not new schemes and that. It's absolutely how we get down. And so our team's got a lot of joyful intensity about us. It's not rare to see guys attacking the shit out of somebody or something and seeing huge joyful smiles on their faces, whether that's a kickoff cover that goes inside the 25 or a defensive takeaway or even explosive play. And so it's a rare combination for a team to have that because they are intense and they're tough in the same way they really enjoy doing what they're doing together. So I don't think I've coached a team that had that type of balance and connection together. So
I ain't
really
gonna
cool to
claim no
see.
other
And
team, but
lastly, some condolences
I ain't
to
never been there,
Pete
so
Medhurst's
I claim.
family. I know he meant a lot to a lot of people in this room, so I wanted to make sure, although I didn't get a chance to work with him, sound like a real football guy, and I'm sure I would have enjoyed that. So just wanted to say that, and then we'll get rocking with everything for today. So let's get it rolling.
Hey, Dan, a few rookie quarterbacks have gotten to this point, cannot get over that hump. What makes Jaden maybe more unique to maybe get beyond him?
Yeah, we don't think that way in terms of, looking back at stuff, John, is honestly just into this game, man. Like he's got rare in the moment skills that have allowed us to be into this spot when it's, like mental chaos going down in 2 minutes in these tight moments where it could feel that tight.
Listen,
He's got the
this
experience
is
of
my
somebody that's played a lot more football than the first
input
player, but
on the
we'll get
Washington
into the
Commanders.
historical
This
stuff,
is
man.
my
It's just,
input.
how do we get down
Okay?
this weekend?
And then one of the
This
things
is
he's
my
done this year
input.
is he gets in the
My
gets here
input
really
is
early,
this.
gets into the bubble, go through the
Y'all
wire.
played a good
How do you
fucking game.
see all that stuff? First of all, have you ever been in
Don't
there with
worry
him? And how
about
do you
it.
see all that
We'll
stuff
get him
paying
next
off for
year,
him?
right?
Whether
For all the people that was talking
For
that
all of us,
trash,
I think
guess
we
what,
can
y'all?
appreciate a process.
Y'all was sitting
And
on the couch.
his
Let's be sitting
process,
on the
that is
couch
a big
now.
part of it. And so
But
having
y'all was sitting on the couch,
gone
bro.
through that
Stop it.
prior to the
We
rest of the
undefeated.
offensive
We
unit
are
doing
better
that,
than y'all.
there's a
Don't talk
feeling
about
of
what
being
we
a
used
layup.
to do. Let's talk about what we
Doing that
doing
type of
now.
extra work
We are better than
sometimes just
y'all,
also
bro.
provides the right
They go for
motivation for
Dallas,
yourself to see that
Kansas City,
already. You've done the
Philly,
work at it,
all
so
them
the
boys. We
focus
are
comes
better
ready to
than
deliver.
y'all.
So
Y'all not
it does
better
come
than
from
the
the work.
Washington
There's a side of
Commanders,
that just
aka
like he relentlessly
Washington
competes.
Redskins, man.
And
We
then
looked
going
real
through it before
fucking good this
you
year.
get to it, it's like here's
And
the
y'all
focus.
just
So
mad that
to
we
the
looked good this year. That guess
before you
what?
get to
Y'all can't
the
fuck with us.
to the regular install that we
Y'all
put in
can't
place.
fuck with us, bruh.
What have you seen from Zach
We like
this
that,
season?
bruh.
I know you had a
We
couple
made it
difficult
all the
years
way
there,
there,
but
bruh. It's okay
Zach's
that
really,
we lost. It's
revived his
okay.
love of football
Listen,
again.
it's
Do you
okay.
sense that as
We could
well?
take that one
I
on the
definitely
chin.
do.
But, bruh,
And like you said,
Redskins
as a
forever.
competitor like him,
No
when
matter
you
what,
have a
we
dark spot, you don't know where
Redskins
football is
forever.
going. There's
Who?
injuries,
Redskins
all sorts of
forever?
stuff to go. So to
Redskins
see
forever,
him
y'all.
recapture that
For real.
on a personal
All that
level, I
fake,
have seen that. And
all
I can
that fake.
relate
I
to
live
that,
over north.
knowing that
I mean,
that's a journey
I
that
like the
lots of
Dallas fan.
people
I like
go
Kansas
through. And so
City.
to see
Y'all
him
don't even live
come
there,
out the other
nigga. Y'all live in
side
a
and to be
damn
able to
D.
share the knowledge
The fuck is going
find,
on? Stop it.
not just the joy of playing, but like playing well. I had known red zone and third downs and 2 minute would be a factor, and he surpassed those and kept going on to it. So yeah, he has really applied like every bit of it, man. He wasn't going to miss this op.
Recovery priority this season, having that recovery period during
I
the
love
days and making
Yep.
sure players really take
I
care of
love
themselves.
my team.
Have
I
you
lost.
seen that?
I don't care. I lost.
Guys, have you seen it translate
I
to
lost.
where you're
We
now
catch 'em
deep
next
in
year.
postseason?
Lost.
Yeah,
So what?
the way that we
Still
said
my
it, like
team. Win
we're going to go really hard, so we need to have recover hard as well. And so that was part of the competition and the practice style and attitude. If we were going to push it this far and this hard and this fast, there had to be a balance on the other side of that. And so it has been effective for us. And knowing that when we get to the game, man, we're really ready to go let it rip. And that's mentally, physically, just every part of it. You have to be ready to go. And so I think staying consistent by doing it week after week, Nikki, that also helps. Like we're not changing from this week to this week of how we do things. We've really tried to stay consistent in that approach. I think that process helps the ball players too.
Dan, in this matchup, you know what Philly wants to do and vice versa. They know what you guys want to do. So how do you find those edges, those winning edges that maybe can sway the outcome?
Yeah, I think the natural narrative, you know them and they know you, and I don't really think of it that way. You start right back at it. What are fresh eyes on the games? What are fresh eyes on the times from when we
I
played?
call you back.
The
I'm
easy
on
narrative
live
would be,
stream. I
know
call
this,
you
we know
back.
them, but it's different than that to me. This is our first time playing them in the postseason. Game one, what needs to be different? What could be the same? What do we need to start doing? What do we need to stop doing? Same thing in the second game. And so as you get into the third matchup with somebody, you want to make sure you have fresh eyes for the first two. Hey, did I miss something? And was there something there that I didn't, think we had or did? And both teams will have things on their call sheets that never got called in that game. And you do have those up still that you've been practicing. And sometimes every play on your call sheet doesn't make it into the game, and you keep those alive as well.
And again, I go back to the, outside these walls, again, you guys are probably considered the underdog in this matchup. Is it almost you'd prefer that at this point, knowing what you've gone through and kind of us against the world? Nobody really expected Washington to be in this situation.
Washington
You
Commanders.
just don't let the outside narrative kind of drive it.
We're going to stay
And
undefeated.
internally,
tuning in to
we've
Yo
got a lot of
Cuz
expectations about
podcast,
how we can play and what we
live
do, but
stream
whenever,
on
we
Scream,
went too
y'all.
far outside
Make y'all
things,
tapping in. Make
we
sure
feel
y'all
dismissed
subscribe to
or
the
put
YouTube
off. Yeah,
channel.
of course, some. I think that
It's
happened in the
blowing
opening
up.
game.
You feel what
where
I'm
Bill was
saying?
dismissive. Hey, man,
I'm
hanging out is going
gone.
to be a long
Make sure
time.
y'all
It's like, hey,
subscribe to the YouTube
F you,
channel.
like
Yo Cuz
that's
podcast.
not how it's
I'm
going to go
gone.
down.
I love
And
you.
I was upset, but it wasn't disrespect. It was dismissiveness. And